Well, hey guys, Wesley Smith here, Tree Service Digital. Hope everybody's having a great week. I believe this video is now live. So just wanted to kind of go over one thing that I see pretty often with tree service businesses or even just any kind of home service business. And, the majority of it is do I do Homeadvisor and Thumbtack leads or do I market my own business? And so what we found is definitely you want to market your own business. I want to share my screen with you so you kind of can see some of the highlights that we go over here. Let's see if I can find the share screen button. And the reason being is because you want people to remember your business, right? Like, want to make sure that people remember your business instead of just going to Homeadvisor, going to Thumbtack, and actually entering their information and getting hounded on the internet by 5 other tree companies. So this is really the best way to get your business out there and to get other people remembering your business. So number one, why marketing your tree service business is better than Homeadvisor leads is because the leads are yours. They're not shared with other competitors. So you don't have like 4 people calling the same lead at the exact same time. And so, number 2 is you're on the phone live with the caller who's paying the bill and doing the scheduling. So you're not having to compete or go through different types of channels with the customer. 1 second here. Let me see if number 3 is your business name, website, and Google Ads are being branded to the consumer, allowing you to grow your business faster. Because in that case, what happens is people, when they do a search and they do a search for tree service near me or tree removal near me, they're going to see your website, your business name, your Google map listing instead of the Homeadvisor site. And I'll show you kind of what that looks like here. So let's say, for example, somebody searches tree removal, Nashville, Tennessee. So they're going to see a set of options here at the very top of the page. One being, the Google Guarantee, Google Local Services. And when they see this right here, they're going to see the actual business name, and then they're going to see Google Ads right below that. So that's what they're going to see. They're going to see your business name, right? And then if your SEO is really dialed in, your Google map listing is actually ranking in the 3-pack for your local market, well, guess what? They're going to see your Google map listing right here too, further reiterating to them that you're one of the local top tree companies. So you got the Google Ads, and then you've got the Google Maps right below that. And then below that, this is the organic section of basically the Google search page. So by being in all 3 of these spots on the first page of Google, you're going to grow your business faster, and people are going to remember your business name more often. Because think about it, I mean, they have a lot of different options, right? So when they go to Homeadvisor, they've got to actually submit their information. See, here's a good example right here. So I've heard some of my clients before, they're hey Wes, we're spending $2,000 with Yelp. We're not getting a whole lot of business out of it, but we're spending $2,000 a month with Yelp, or $2,000, $3,000 a month with Homeadvisor, or what have you. And if you see right here, this is where their website's going to be. So they're going to click. So a consumer would have to click on this website, right? And they have to go in here and then type in kind of what they're looking for in the area for tree service. So yes, you can get listed in here, and it helps kind of brand your business a little bit on the third-party website. But the most important thing is you want to be on that first search page instead of somebody having to drill down on another website to find you. And this is just Yelp. This one's probably a little better to be listed on than Homeadvisor, because if you go to Homeadvisor, or let's say right here, look at this right here, Homeadvisor, 25 best tree services, Nashville, Tennessee. You don't even get to see the tree service businesses until you punch in your zip code and you punch in what type of service you're looking for. So your tree business is virtually invisible at this point. Nobody can see your tree service business if you're just doing Homeadvisor leads, because you get, the consumer's got to put in their zip code and fill out a bunch more information before they see a list of tree care companies. And they don't even get to see that until they submit their information. So that's when everybody starts calling that lead. So it's very tough to compete in that marketplace and be successful consistently, because you're going to get leads, but the leads that you get are not exclusive. There's 4 or 5 other people calling them at the exact same time. So you can see that right here. I mean, that's on the first page. Angie's List is another one. I mean, we have clients sometimes that come to us and basically they're doing, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month in marketing expenses. And they're not really getting a whole lot of business out of it. And I'm telling them, hey, look, if you're spending that much on these shared lead platforms like Homeadvisor or Thumbtack or Angie's List or Yelp, you're going to really grow your business faster and have a lot more success if you get your own exclusive calls coming in just by doing your own marketing. So one of the ways is, to get up your Google local services, your Google ads, get your map listing, ranked up here in the top 3. And Google reviews and different things like that really help kind of get your map listing positioned higher on that Google page, and then also be right below that in the organic section. Because once you do that, everybody is going to be aware of your tree business. And on top of that, you've got your trucks where they're wrapped with your logo and your business name and all that stuff. So all that just kind of goes together. And then another thing you can do is remarket to all those visitors that land on your website on Facebook, on Google partner sites, Instagram, different things like that. So by marketing your own business as opposed to paying a lead provider is going to make you go a lot farther, a lot quicker. So I wanted to highlight that particular angle there because a lot of people just are not aware of it, or they're just not entirely sure as to why they need to spend their own money on marketing as opposed to getting leads from Homeadvisor or Thumbtack. Now, it could be a good add-on, right? Like if you've already exhausted your market, let's say, for example, you're in a market of maybe 100,000 people or 50,000 for that matter. It's not that big of a market, and you're getting leads, you're getting calls, but you've exhausted it. Like you're ranked number 1, you're in the top of the map pack, you're doing Google ads, you're doing retargeting, you're doing email marketing. Well, maybe at that point, if you have the staff for it and the capacity for it, maybe add on Homeadvisor or Thumbtack just to see if you can get some additional leads and additional business from that. But I would say if you're in a bigger market, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck by getting your own inbound leads coming in, just because it's easier to be successful when you're on the phone directly with the homeowner. And that was kind of the next point. So number 3 is your business name, website, and Google ads are being branded to the consumer, allowing you to grow your business faster. So it's kind of exactly what we just talked about right before this. And number 4, you can build a relationship and the customer experience over the phone with the customer instead of them submitting their information on a third-party website and then having 5 people call them within 15 minutes. If you think about that, that's really, really tough to be successful in that environment. So this is just a whole lot easier to talk to the customer, kind of give them a little bit of your personality, tell them, hey, look, yeah, we'd love to come out and give you an estimate on the work. And again, your office or yourself, whoever's answering those phone calls or responding to the website form request leads, you're going to be on the phone directly with the consumer. So you can it'll be a whole lot easier to schedule that appointment and get that business if you're on the phone with the person that's paying the bill, right? Instead of having to get the lead come to your email. And heck, a lot of times you're super busy already and a lead comes from Homeadvisor, right? They're not calling your phone. When you get a lead from Homeadvisor or Thumbtack, you're getting an email. So what if you're busy for the next hour? What if you've got appointments? What if you're on site with a customer? Whatever, you're not going to be able to get back to that lead within 5 minutes, which is the preferred time frame because, so then, 5 other tree guys have already called that Homeadvisor lead. So it's basically just going to leave you out in the cold. You're not going to really get a chance to bid on that opportunity at that point. So, after a homeowner gets 1 or 2, maybe 3 estimates, they want to get the work done. They don't really want to sit on the phone with more tree guys that keep trickling in and calling. So you want to make sure you get those leads and call them quickly, but better yet, get them coming in directly to your office with your own marketing. Number 5 is just going to be a much higher closing percentage than Homeadvisor because you aren't bidding against 4 other tree companies on price alone. Now, it is true, if you get your own leads, for example, and people are doing a search in your market for tree service near me, tree removal companies near me, etc., and they call you, of course, they may call another business or 2, but they're far less likely to shop around if they get you on the phone right when they call, right? So when they call and they click on your ad or they click on your website or they click on your Google map and they give you a call and you're on the phone, they're like, hey, yeah, is this XYZ tree service? Yeah, XYZ tree service. How can I help you? And they go, hey, I'd like to get an estimate on taking down 2 trees in my backyard. Well, if you're already on the phone with them and you schedule that appointment right there on the phone, then they're less likely to go and call three other businesses right when they get off the phone, because you just solved their problem. You exactly saw what they were looking for. And now you're on the way out to their site. You're going to be first in line, giving them a bid, talking to them, building your reputation, maybe showing them your insurance and license and everything else, making them feel comfortable, right? Whereas if it was a HomeAdvisor lead, that's just not the case. You're not going to get that opportunity. And four other people may call them before you ever get them on the phone. So it's just a much easier environment to get your own inbound calls, schedule the appointment, go out and give the estimate, and then get the work done consequently afterwards. So that's going to be easier. You're going to close a lot higher percentage of those. And with HomeAdvisor, I mean, they're making $200 or $300 per lead, because 4 or 5 tree contractors are paying $50 a lead for that same lead. Well, wouldn't you rather pay maybe a little bit more per lead, or even less per lead, depending on how many leads come from your SEO, your Google Maps, or your Google pay-per-click marketing? Wouldn't you rather pay lower cost per lead, or relatively the same cost per lead, but yet it's an individual inbound call that's exclusive, right? They're not getting called by 5 other companies right at the same time. So that's just a really, really good point that I want people to know, is that you're going to close more of those jobs, meaning you're going to get a better return on investment from your marketing dollars. So I've had clients spending 2, 3, 4 grand with HomeAdvisor, and we just basically allocate that same budget to marketing their business with a great website, local SEO, Google pay-per-click advertising, remarketing to all those visitors, maybe doing some email marketing newsletters once per month. And they end up getting a lot more bang for their buck, and they grow faster because people remember their business. Number 6 is, you're not reliant on a third-party service that may or may not last long-term. So that's number 6 on why marketing your tree service business is better than HomeAdvisor leads, or Yelp, or Thumbtack, or any of the other mentioned ones, is because you're not reliant on a third-party service that may or may not last long-term, right? They may or may not be around. Like HomeAdvisor may get bought out, or people just may stop going to their platform to do searches. So you want to make sure you're on Google, on Bing, on Yahoo, and also on social media, so that you get those calls coming in whenever it's time for people to get tree service work done. So hopefully this video helps. Hope you guys have a great week. I wanted to put this together because I see this come up pretty often, and we talk to a lot of clients in the same boat. Hope it provided some value. If you guys need any help, just let us know. Thank you.